right, I'm back for more feet stuff. Actually, more shoe stuff. So I'm trying to like break down all the parts of the shoe to look at and to kind of explain like why modern day shoes are so bad for us, and to try to get people thinking differently about the footwear that they're providing their feet. So I picked out like my typical Ultra as usual, and then kind of like an in-between shoe that I will wear, but it's still not great. The reason why I will still wear it is because it's super flexible, and it's called Play, P-L-A-E. But the difference is in the toe, and that's what I wanted to talk about today. And this is like a less dramatic version of what most shoes look like, what most modern day shoes look like, and that's why I picked this shoe specifically, because even this shoe is still not good. And I think it's hard for people to even see the difference because we're so used to seeing modern day shoes, and we're like, it looks totally fine, it looks like a nice spacious toe box, and it's not. I think that a really easy way to figure this out on your own, if it's hard for you to visualize, what does my foot look like and does it look like this? So if it has an insert, take it out and look at it. And that gives you a better breakdown, because the top of the shoe is always wider than the actual, like, the bed of the shoe. So here's that Play shoe, and here's the Ultra shoe. And they're pretty different, I think. This is very narrow up at the toes, they taper. And this tapers too, but it tapers this way to your big toe. This is straight because our big toes are supposed to be straight. They're not supposed to angle that way. And this curves in. And you can see if my toe was here, it would be getting pushed this way. And that shuts off everything. That shuts off the mechanics of your foot when your toes are getting squished together. So your foot can no longer be the amazing foot that it is. Okay, so here's the other thing that we're gonna do just to really drive this point home and give you a good visual. I'm just gonna outline my foot and the inserts, and it will show you exactly where your foot is fitting inside that shoe. Okay, so you wanna get your foot nice and splayed on the paper. And splay means toe spread. Get them as wide apart as you can, because when you are stepping down normally as a human, our toes are supposed to spread out to be able to grip and then allow us to then spring off. Okay, very rough sketch. There's my foot. There's my pinky, very clearly. All right, and now I'm gonna take the Play insert, which is the modern day shoe, and I'm gonna outline that. Okay, so you can see my baby toe especially, my big toe, that's like the most important thing that you really wanna see, that you wanna look for. Can my big toe be in there? And the answer for this shoe is no, it can't. So if you want to get the full loading capacity out of your foot and not create injuries, or maybe stop injuries from happening, then you need to, this is the first thing you need to look at. Does your shoe make your foot get squished? And most likely the answer is yes. Since we've already talked about this, we know there are not many shoe companies out there that are doing this for our feet. So you do have to kind of go out of your way to find these. If you ever want to know what these companies are, just ask me. I am here to tell you. So here is another clear indication, if you don't want to trace your whole foot and then get marker all over your foot like I just did, then just get out the insert that you want to check, put it on the ground, and stand on it. And you will be able to see now my foot is no longer fitting on it. My big toe is hanging off quite a bit, but you can see right where this marker line is, that's where I callus And that's from years of wearing modern shoes. From my toe rubbing, pushing this way. And now I have to push off, and my big toe is now driving that way. And when you see people walking like this, that is usually, lots of things cause that, but that's a pretty good sign that your footwear is affecting the way that you're walking. It has changed the way that you walk. So for full toe splay, that's what I have there. And then just to compare a little side by side. Here we go. So there's the difference. Hopefully that's like super obvious to you. My foot is, I still have a tiny little bit of room right here, which means I totally fit on. This one I'm hanging off of, and when I go into full splay mode, I'm way off on the pinky, and here I'm hanging over. And this side is great. Fits perfectly. I hope that made some sense for people. Good, bad. Looks so similar, I know. But hopefully once you see this visual and really go through all your shoes and do a little drawing of them, and it will give you a very clear indication of what to look for and how to move forward in the future with some good shoes. Yay!